Yo, welcome to the Madium Show on Spreaker Radio, doing a podcast. Yeah, welcome again. This is the Madium Show on Spreaker Radio. Now listen to the beat. We're going to tell the truth from a pure, non-liberal, right-wing, biased. I tell you what, we're going to tell the truth. That's right, and we don't want to cause a riot. Now listen to the beat on the Madium Show. Here it is again, just a little bit of a mix. Just a little bit of mix. Coming, y'all. But now it's about to do the audio podcast. Here in a second. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. We're going to be doing a podcast, longer, using Audacity, the free version. It's going to be for Spreaker, for the Madium Show, and then for Open Truth Radio here on TalkShoe. I'm going to upload a podcast there as well. I'm going to do a little brief intro on the subject of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and this is going to be a pretty good one, folks. You know, to those who are Mormons out there, I just want to say this is not to put you down, but yours is it seems like a white man's religion, and I am white, and you know, you've went mainstream over the last, 40 or 50 years. I have to give credit to the fundamentalists, not particularly the fundamentalist church of the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Warren Jeffs branch. But I think for the most part, those who believe in plural marriage and polygamy, guys, they're more orthodoxy than the Mormons. The Mormons are not what they really preach. They've evolved to something else, and that's not good, and it needs to be exposed. But also the FLDS is more orthodoxy, but with this orthodoxy of this delusional of supposedly revelations from this guy Warren Jeffs and probably previous prophets down in this branch and other fundamental branches, having sex with 12 to 13-year-old girls and having 6 to 7, 8 wives. I mean, that's not even in the right mind, you know. Just want to get involved to talk a little bit about that, and just go on a Wikipedia on the general gist of what a fundamentalist church of the of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints really is. It's actually one of the largest fundamentalist churches of the Mormon faith, and it practices polygamy, and it is a splinter group, of course, because the sole purpose of the fundamentalist is to practice polygamy, and it's out there, folks, and this needs to be exposed. Okay, there's a lot of wickedness in these places, and I'm not trying to judge personal faith. There's some good Mormons out there. There's good people out there. There's even good fundamentalists out there, I guess. But how can you say, I serve God, and I'm not speaking, I'm a hypocrite too, but I've evolved now from religion to now a spiritual aspect. How can you say, though, I am a prophet, and then this prophet has sex with kids? Now, to the atheist, he would say to this guy, well, if you look at the Old Testament, to their point of view, God was a sadistic, judgmental murderer, and there was a lot about soft porn and hard porn. If you really look, that's not my personal view. That's what an atheist would say, or even a deist. Anybody that's against revealed religion or revealed faith. But going back to this fundamentalist church, I mean, it started back in the early 20th century, in the 1900s. It says here the FDL Church is estimated to have 6,000 to 10,000 members residing in sister cities of Hildale, Utah, also Colorado City, Arizona, and El Dorado, Texas, and West Cliff, Colorado, and Mancos, Colorado, and there's some colonies, and 2 colonies in Canada. It's at Crescent and Bountiful, British Columbia, and 1 community in Pringle, South Dakota. And based on this, they're trying to create another development in Sonora, in Mexico, and in Ensenada, Baja California. And on the side note with that, there is another leader, but he's not extreme like Warren Jeffson, not as big. He has a little compound, but it's of himself. But I don't get into that. Also, the FLDS headquarters were originally located what is now known as Short Creek, Arizona, which is in the southern border of Utah. It expanded and incorporated to twin multiples of Hildale, Utah, and Colorado City, Arizona. According to this, since 2004, the news reports have suggested they want to possibly shift the headquarters of the church in El Dorado, Texas. And there's a temple there that was built by the FLDS members. And a few years ago, the big scandal of sex, underage sex, and molestation and rape. That's how Warren Jeffs got into prison now. But yet, he still calls the shots to his right-hand man, his brother, to do these sick things. I am so glad that there's people out there, these organizations and former FDLs people, get these people out of this bull crap. I don't want to cuss. I'm not trying to be against people. But when you get seduced in that mind control, it's just as bad as Stalin's mind control or Hitler's. You're doing these sick things in the name of God. Some people do it in the name of something else. But it's really sick in how this FDLS church, it needs to be banned. I mean, I believe in a freedom of expression as long as you're not hurting anybody. But this guy supposedly is a prophet, guys, and he's hurting people. We need to wake up and see what's going on with this FLDS. Ban them people. Ban them. Now, if they were not doing these sick things, then they have a right, even though we don't understand. And also, they have this thing called God Squad. If you look at some of the shows they have on TLC and reports on other blog sites, they have these things called God Squad, and where if you snuck out and you ran away and you try to see your family, whoever the family members are, what they do, they get the God Squad on them to vanish them to these different places where they can't be found. To just depends on what the penalty is to re-educate or punish you. What kind of sick thinking is that? I understand there needs to be rules and laws from God, okay, but this is the most bunkers and bullcrap. And it's not just the Mormons. I'm not just attacking them, but this is a little open segment of the FLDS church, and we're going to go more into that on other cults too, and even non-cults, or there are cults that don't even believe in God. So I just wanted to do a little brief intro on FLDS, and we're going to get more into that here the rest of the week, hopefully. And also, I'm going to interview an Asian and how she is dealing with the Western culture of Europe and America. With that, you're listening to the Matt M. Show on Spreaker, and also you're listening to the Open Truth Radio Show on TalkShoe. This is a podcast that I'm doing. I hope everybody's blessed, and you know what? We're all targeted because this is a police state. But one day we will be free. We need to fight. And with that, y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.